with Whitey on the moon. Her face and arms began to swell, and Whitey's on the moon. I can't pay no doctor bill, but Whitey's on the moon. 10 years from now, I'll be paying still, while Whitey's on the moon. The man just upped my rent last night, because Whitey's on the moon. No hot water, no toilets, no lights, but Whitey's on the moon. I wonder why he's upping me, because Whitey's on the moon. I was already paying $50 a week. Where's Whitey on the moon? Taxes taking my whole damn check. Junkies making me a nervous wreck. Price of food going up. And as if all that shit wasn't enough. A rat done bit my sister there. With Whitey on the moon. Her face and arm began to swell, but Whitey's on the moon. Was all that money I made last year for Whitey on the moon? How come there ain't no money here? Because Whitey's on the moon.
That's cool. That's cool.
You know, I just about had my fill of Whitey on the moon. I think I'll send these doctor bills, airmail special, to Whitey on the moon by Gil Scott Heron. I had this dream planted during the weekday that I was laid up in the hospital, and people kept coming into my room by the dozens, and each dozen had special handshakes for each other, and occasionally current dance moves. And they would kick my hospital bill from time to time to let me know that they'd be dancing from this room on out to my grave. Strange cha-chas and soft shoe shuffles. Disco spins like they were dancing for a white sundial, marking numbness in their little feet drum race ride, and I was ready to die because, you know, ask a musician in the tunes after court, it's the surroundings themselves that is the uniform, but still I just couldn't bring myself to visualize against God. One of them stood over me like a conductor, waving their arms over my body, directing my heart to beat fainter and fainter, directing the tubes to turn the fluids back. I kept fading from consciousness with thud after thud on the legs of my bed as they danced wilder and wilder, wilder meek, or artificially meek like an artificial pastor told them to be. I was to be some kind of projection, a character to be laid at their feet. You're the only one participating in the revolution today. They mocked, and I was ready to go because, you know, there's plenty of pianos that could use a new soul, and I'm thinking we're going to be in the revolution for as long as it takes, so you can punch me out now. I mean, I was born with one foot in a lime pit anyway, but man, check it out. No one bothered to ask the doctor if I was really dead. Just too busy strutting, too busy kissing. I just kept fading and fading with only enough breath and sweet consciousness to count their smiles. Wow. You know, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I heard a voice, a whisper, and it was counting with me. 6, we said. 7, we said. 8. Then another voice joined us. 9, 10. Then another. You see, I haven't been eating, Mama. I've been in a trance. I haven't been sleeping. I've been washing my face off the port of Charleston. There's blood on the fall. These little societies, they wander together like hopeful drops of a virus, Citizen testaments bent on offering me a nation of breadwinners to hold me back. Like it's a Brinks, I wrinkle the concrete sometimes like flesh. My Martin Luther King permanence turned away from a podium into the reeds like God is a dangerous twin. Black August to the mountaintop balcony on my bedroom floor. You know they steal you from the earth itself and suspend you in your broken neck from their foolish euphoria. From the loyalty over their great superstitions, loyalty over their agrarian reform, I return to my mother completely disrespected. For peeling the heat off of purgatory, they kill poets like me. Walk me away from my poems, never to be heard from again. In this foul industrial complex of bloodlines picked over, picked through, sport and spiritual death that you devil at least have made police become a pretty word. I'm reading a lynch mob shoestrings like they were tea leaves, teaching you how to write about cities. It's the 25th century in the mirror, people. Tyranny against your chump, change your chump to be mocked even with a gun in your car. A cubit of needlework spelled tune for the proletariat, the relapse ministry. Talented people curled up in a fetal position next to a diamond dime. Just another service day in the theatrics of tea-house fascism and a bouquet of surveillance cameras in the poverty of God. New blue eyes, courses of water, a newly potted presidency, a one big shiny coin if you ask, animated capitalism, another non-literal voice, killing his white freedom, the deification of hyphens, medicine bread and picture shows, great protesters in LA, guests of our ink, drop kicking rolls in the graveyard, this DC mink like a stone torn in half, the pennant dances, despite CIA guideposts, despite non-African passing futures, a metaphorical but now surreal day in a horn-ridden life, horn player improvising king, like a radio prize fight featuring Shango himself, a real hand speaks the land of racism. May I return to the ground, may I make progress with the gun, on our mother Emmanuel they put on music that evening, a swinging type body language for you to drink with fermented $5 bills for your body language, some applause. My past stomach line ain't neither a good thing nor a bad thing, like being psychic on the way with a lethal injection. It'll sit you down with Lady Day. Lady Day leading you to surrender their souls to Africa too soon. Polly thought floating in a cup of water, she saved me. Accessing my stomach, accessing the love of the American lynched. Coast leaves wood and avalanche to the wrist. Our mother Emmanuel, avalanche to the sharp keys. Pain, the deal you make with pain. A piano makes sense for them. Laying hands on the world gradually. Addressing the bending necks on the streets of the north. Traveling, sailing in pain, repeating pain in the north. 10 trigger fingers on that piano if harmony would have me. Putting 100 fights on every direction offered her. Lady Day, leaning on trees again. Recruiting the countryside itself. Lay your plan on this lightning. Make your poems the corner pocket of men. I've created the blues itself. America may clean my dead body, but will never include me. There goes the poet. Killing without killing. Never mind this little painting of your language. May I be a meaningful lynching. A crow's passing. Shit. Good and dead by the afternoon. Man, they'll slide the wallpaper right into your cereal bowl. Flesh market both sides of the levee, change of plans both sides of the nonviolence on no earth, just an earth character. I'm a beggar and all this day is too easy. I want to see all the phases of a wall, every age it goes through, its humanity, its environmental racism. You know, we call this the ordeal blues. Now crawl to the piano seat and make a blanket for yourself. Paint scenes of a child dancing up to a court appearance and leaving an adult but not for home. Atlantic Ocean charts mixed in with the parole papers. Mainstream funding, the ruling class only pacifists. Ruling class printing judges. Fiat kangaroos making judges hand over fist. Rapture cop packs and opposition whites all above the thorny stem. Cast plans picked out like vans for the murder show. Anglo Saints addicting you to a power structure shit. You want me to raise a little slave, don't you? Bash his little brain in and send him to your civil rights. No pain, just a little white pain. Delicate bullets in a box next to a stack of monolith scriptures. I mean, making bullets look relevant. I remember you, the posture you introduced to that fence, the fence you introduced to political theory, like if you shred my dream, son, I will tack you to gun smoke. Like the suburbs are finally finished. And this will be a meditation too.